Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Reds Rebuild here on MLB The Show 22. I hope you guys are excited for another episode because this is getting close to the end. We've got this game against the Rockies, which we will play in this episode. That'll finish up the month of August. We'll simulate the rest of the month. Then we've got one more game somewhere here in September, and then we've got the off season because if you haven't been following what we've been doing in this series, we are currently 57-70. Not gonna make the playoffs. Just not gonna make the playoffs. We could have an amazing resurgence. That's obviously possible because we still got a full month of baseball, so we could win. We could go on a win streak and get back into contention for a wild card spot. But I just don't think that's realistic. I really just don't think that's realistic. The way that our team has been built in terms of the pitching not being consistent, the hitting at times not being consistent, it just hasn't all around been a very good consistency season. But hey, that's what happens sometimes when you're building through the garbage. You're trying to get rid of the garbage. So as we get closer to the end of the season, this is what the team is looking like right now. Votto will play first base for the rest of this season. Since he is declining, if he chooses to come back and not retire, his contract obviously will go to $7 million per year, which is good because that frees up a ton of money for us. But he will then slide over to the bench, and he will only come in for like pinch hit appearances. Maybe he plays DH at some points. I don't really know. But for the most part, he will be our off the bench veteran leader. If he comes back, that's if he comes back. Who knows what's going to happen with Joey Votto? He is currently 39 years old. He's a 60 overall at this point. He's regressed heavily from season 1 to season 2. So we will see what happens with him. But if he chooses to come back, then he will still have a place on this team, just not in the starting rotation anymore or starting lineup anymore, because I can't have a sub 60 overall player in my starting lineup. I just can't have it. So he can come off the bench and be that veteran leadership in the dugout, giving our young players, because we got a lot of young players, giving them advice. We did pull off some pretty massive trades if you think about it. Eloy Jimenez comes over from Chicago. That was a pretty big trade. I didn't think that was going to happen. And we also bring in Tristan Casas. I don't know how to pronounce your name, but you are only 23 years old, and he's a very useful guy because he's got A potential. He plays right field and then plays first and third, so he can move around the diamond a little bit. So he comes in and will fill in at right field. Yeah, he only has 50 speed and Naquin has 71 speed, but I like the potential more of Casas. I mean, that's how I'm going to call him. I'm going to pronounce it Casas. I like the potential of that because he's got a lot more power against righties and lefties and better contact. So I think I value the hitting more than I value the fielding. And I mean, 71 to 50, yeah, it's a big gap, but I think Tristan can keep up. Then we still have Noelvi Marte and Ellie De La Cruz at the bottom of the lineup. So we did get younger in terms of our two trades, but I think we also got better in the long run because, I mean, if we take a look at some of our stud guys, India is 26, Josh Bell's 30, Eloy Jimenez is 26, Casas is 23, Ellie De La Cruz is 21, Noelvi's 21, then we got like Encarnacion on the bench, he's 25, so I mean, and Hunter Green's 23, Lodolo's 25, so we've got the youth here in the big league squad. Plus, we've got guys that are ready to come up pretty soon. I mean, we got Cam Collier, who's 19. We've got Matt McClain, who's 23. Very good utility guys. Then we got like Rick Chapman, who's 19 years old. He's a stud. So, I mean, we got a ton of useful talent on this roster that is ready just to emerge. We just got to get the development ready. So, we are going to go to Coors Field and play against the Rockies. We are going to see the on-camera debut of Daniel Espino, another guy that we brought in with the trade. He, by the way, speaking of youth, is only 22 years old. And in Cleveland, he was having a decent season, not anything amazing, about the same lines of what we've been doing in the rest of our guys. Lodolo's having such a bad season in terms of win-loss record. He's got a high ERA. We're struggling to see if we can just figure out the pitching, then we can get a good record. Like, we can be a good team if we can just figure out this rotation. That's really all that it is. I feel that's my opinion. I feel that's if we just figure out the rotation, that's what it is. But we are going to go to Coors Field. It's a very hitter-friendly ballpark. The ball flies at Coors Field, so maybe we can get a couple home runs that'll be nice to add to the stats. I don't know. But we got to go play the Rockies and see Daniel Espino in his debut on camera. He's pitched a few games in the month of August since we traded for him. But this is the official on-camera debut of Daniel Espino. I hope it goes well. If you guys enjoying the series and want to see more, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. I've got my main channel and my second channel linked down below in the description as always. So if you want to go check out either one of those, feel free. And let's go beat them Rockies.
Live from beautiful Coors Field here in Denver, Colorado. Baseball comes your way on a Wednesday afternoon. It's the Cincinnati Reds going up against the Colorado Rockies. With my partner, Chris Singleton, I'm John Shambi. So the Colorado Rockies have taken the first 2 games of this series, and today they'll go for the sweep. They played well, Chris, and they're looking for more of the same in this one.
Yeah, they've been the side shaking hands on the field after each game so far. Played solid baseball to earn those wins, as you said, but every game offers up its own unique challenges. So we'll see what those are today, but there's always a little extra motivation when you have an opportunity to sweep a series.
All right, we'll be back to get this one started after this. First pitch moments away, and on the mound today, Germán Marquez.
He's had his ups and downs in his career as his ERA is just over 4.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. 1-1 count, top of the first, in Coors Field to Nick Senzel, and I'm swinging early. If you've seen this series, you know that I like to swing early and I like to swing often. So let's see how this is going to go. Senzel pops that one to right center field, and Montgomery's there to catch it. So that's not a good start to the game for the Redlegs. Jonathan India comes to the plate with a 1-1 count. Germán Marquez is on the mound for the Rockies. A 271 average is third on the Reds. That is not the situation that I'd like to be in. I'd like to have like a 271 be like 6th or 7th best on the Reds. I'd like to see somebody have like a really hot streak where they're hitting like 320 or 340. That'd be good. But sadly, I just don't think we're in a spot where we can do that, as that is a little bit of a pop-up to second base, and that is 2 quick outs for the Redlegs. Joey Votto, the 60 overall man. Can he bang? Please, before he retires, I want to hit a home run with him, but he does smoke that one back up the middle of the field. He only has 15 speed at this point. I don't remember what he had last year, but I don't think it was 15. Maybe it was. I can't remember. Good job, Votto. 1-1 count to Josh Bell, who is dealing with a little bit of an ankle sprain right now, so it's a good thing that he's just playing DH. But I do want to play with Josh Bell, so I wanted to have him in the lineup here. He can go back off to the bench once we're simulating, but I wanted to play with him. He's been hurt a lot this season, so we haven't had a chance. And here it is, the debut of Eloy Jimenez. I don't know what I was saying. L.A. de la Cruz, maybe. Oh, and Jimenez doesn't get enough of that one, but can he beat out the throw? He cannot. So we had a little bit of a, I don't know if you call that a rally, but a little bit of a nice thing going there where we had runners on first and second. Unfortunately, Jimenez ruins it, and it is a 3-2 count to Benny Montgomery, the center fielder. Not sure who this is, but he's striking out looking to Daniel Espino, the young fireball thrower. Connor Joe, he will smoke that to India, but the man at second base didn't have to move. Good job there. CJ Cron, a very powerful hitter at times, very inconsistent with his power, but it's a 1-2 count. He's on milestone watch 996 for career hits. He's not getting into this first at bat. He's getting struck out by Daniel Espino. Good job, my boy. You love to see it. And now we get another debut. Tristan, how do they say it? It's Tristan Casas. Okay, that's how I would pronounce it now that I know. Tristan Casas sends that to deep center, but Benny Montgomery at the warning track gets it. But that's the power that Casas brings that Tyler Naquin is who I wanted to say. That's the power that Tyler Naquin just doesn't possess. I mean, yeah, Tyler Naquin can hit a home run. I mean, obviously we had that infamous game last season where he walked it off for us, but he just doesn't possess that as consistently as Casas can. L.A. De La Cruz, one of our star young prospects who's had a pretty good season here up in the big leagues in his debut, his rookie season. Will he win Rookie of the Year? I hope so, but probably not. I haven't really checked the Rookie of the Year leaders and see who's leading it. Noelvi Marte, I have struggled with him at the plate since bringing him in from the trade last season. And it's going to continue there as he flies out to Connor Joe in left field, and that is going to be the end of the second. Well, at least our half of the second. Chris Bryant signed a huge contract a couple of years ago in real life, and then this is his second season here in Colorado. Is he worth a big contract? I don't know. That's not for me to decide. Sam Hilliard. Oh, the gas on that one. 99 from Espino. 99 on the gun from him. And the curveball gets him looking up in the zone. Hilliard didn't know what to do with that one. Daniel Espino is throwing guns in the first couple of innings. He came to play here at Coors Field. He said, forget about your low atmospheric pressure, whatever it is. Forget about your low wind resistancy. I'm throwing heat. We start back up at the top. It's Nick Senzel to lead us off here in the top of the third, and he will go down with an ugly swing. Marquez strikes him out. Jonathan India takes over 1-1 count to him. And India will go chasing for that one. Gets underneath it. Connor Joe makes the trip over. And easy. Easy for him. And that is a quick 2 outs to start the third. Votto got us our first hit. Can he get us another one? Oh, cooks that one to center field. Montgomery's right there. But Joey Votto, 2 for 2. Little sneaky perfect game so far for Mr. Votto. And Josh Bell also got a hit last at-bat. And he will get another one as he cooks that over to right field. Bad angle taken by the right fielder. Votto's around second, headed to third. He will stay at third because he only has 15 speed. If he had maybe like 35 speed, I'd probably send him. But Josh Bell with a single and a double. Bad angle taken by the right fielder. I think that's Sam Hilliard over there in right field. But you can't take a bad angle like that. And Eloy Jimenez will fly out and end the inning, unfortunately. So we leave runners stranding again. It's Votto and Bell, man. They're getting on base, but nobody after them can add on to the rally that we got going. But I'm very impressed with Daniel Espino for the first 2.5 innings, or 2 1/3. India will field that and get him out at first. Votto gets it. Now it is Ezekiel Tovar. That's a weird way to pronounce Ezekiel. It's going to get over... Actually, is that a weird way to pronounce it? I don't even know. Or spell Ezekiel. It's going to get over Espino, and that'll be a first hit of the day for the Rockies. I didn't think we were going to come in here and throw a perfect game or anything, or a no-hitter. But, I mean, that sucks that it took that bounce to get a hit. And it's still early, and that's more of an acceptable hit. And that's going to take it all the way to the wall. 67 speed. He's going to go home. And I don't have a play at home. I'm not going to be able to get him. How does a simple hit like that end up getting a runner from first to home? That's crazy. I don't blame that on Espino. No way. I just think that it was not placed correctly with the pitch, but still Casas or Casas, I forget already how he pronounced it. But it just is an unfortunate angle that he took, and that 50 speed may come back to bite us. But Hunter Goodman gets an RBI double off of a ground ball. It's Tristan Casas. I can't forget to say that. Tristan Casas. But he will just ground that to the hot corner. And that is going to be... Was that Chris Bryant over there? Is he playing DH today? I don't know if that's Chris Bryant. It didn't look like Chris Bryant, but it could be. Tucker Barnhart. 0 for 1. Here's the pitch, and he gets that one over to right field. Early timing, but still a good hit. Tucker will get to... Actually, Chris Bryant might be over there in right field now that I think about it. I'm not sure who's playing right field. I don't think that Chris Bryant's playing third base. I really wanted to swing at that. I really did. 2-1 count to De La Cruz. Can we get a home run with De La Cruz? I remember a couple episodes ago we got a 2 home run game from De La Cruz. And that's going to be an unfortunate called strike. 2-2 count to him. 2-2 count to our stud rookie. And he will get a nice hit, but a great play at second base. Is that Hunter Goodman over there? I think Hunter Goodman's playing second base. And he makes an outstanding play on defense. Beautiful play, diving to make it, getting dirty. And that ends our 4th inning. But now we go to the bottom of the 4th with Espino still on the mound, still pitching really well, considering he's given up a run. We'll just have to see what happens, as that is going to be going swinging for it. Beautiful curveball. Espino with another strikeout. Chris Bryant to the plate. Chris Bryant looks at that one. 2-1. I think I'll go curveball here. We should be able to get him. Oh, he just looks at it, staring at it. It's a 2-2 now with the slider coming from Espino. And he's chasing it right past it. Back-to-back strikeouts for Daniel Espino. Can we get Sam Hilliard out? Oh! That was a very generous strike call. Thank you for that, home plate umpire. The curveball he does hit. Hilliard thought I walked him there. He was already halfway to first. Here comes the changeup. Good hit, good contact. Even in the shift, Eloy's going to make a play on it. I don't think that if we were in any other ballpark besides Coors Field, I don't think that ball travels as far as it does, but that's just what happens when you're in Coors Field. The ball travels, and Noelvi Marte. I just can't get hits with Noelvi Marte. I don't know what it is. I just haven't been able to find my rhythm with him. Like, I can get hits with Nick Senzel. I can get hits with Jonathan India and Joey Votto and everybody else, but I can't get hits with Noelvi Marte for some reason. It's weird. But this game is flying by. We're already at the top of the 5th. 1-0 lead for the Rockies. And that's going to be a pop-up. Is he going to get there? He will get there. That was as close as you can get without it hitting the ground. That was crazy. Good run from Montgomery there. He's got good acceleration. Put him in the NFL. Ooh, India. That felt good off the bat, but I was a little bit early. If it's fair, it's gone. But it was foul. And India will get underneath that one, and he will get a nice play. Good job, Jonathan India. Beautiful. Now that I think about it, I think Chris Bryant's playing DH. Votto's 2 for 2 on the day, and he will be 2 for 3. Great play at first base. That was a bullet. And McMahon with a, speaking of bullets, you hear that off the bat? Jeez, that was cracked off the bat. That might have been perfect off the bat. Yeah, it was perfect. He's stealing? It's a hit and run situation. I thought it had to be a hit and run situation because he don't steal. Hunter Green is 2nd in the MLB, well, in the National League for strikeouts, with 198. That man is a beast. We got a double play opportunity. Marte to 2nd, gives it to India, and India gets him out at first with Votto. Good job from Espino recovering. And now it's Josh Bell. Come on, Bell. I need a big-time home run from you. That's going to be carrying. It's going to get down. It'll go to the wall. I'm going to send Josh Bell to 2nd. He got a double on his last at-bat. He will get another double here. And he will have a leadoff double to start the 6th. Great job, Josh Bell. And now Eloy Jimenez, who I have not had a good day with. I've had runners in scoring position both times he's been up, and I've failed to do anything with him both times. This is the 3rd time he's up, and he's got runners in scoring position again. So this is why we put Eloy Jimenez in this spot. I just have to produce with him. And I will. Maybe not. Oh, no, go back. I thought I was going to get down last second. I thought I was going to get over Connor Joe's glove. That was close. And again, Eloy Jimenez fails to even get a hit with runners in scoring position. 0 for 3. I'm hoping I'm not ruining his runners in scoring position average. Casas is hitting 204 with runners in scoring position. And he will lower that as I pop that up. That is a can of corn for McMahon. Unfortunate there. Are we really going to let Josh Bell just get stranded out there on the pond? I'd hate for that to happen. Oh! Generous strike call from the umpire. And it is, unfortunately, the third out. We leave Josh Bell stranding again. De La Cruz bats it down at third, but he's not going to be able to make the play because 60 speed is too quick for that kind of play. A hit-and-run situation. I am going to have Chapman just stretch and toss a little bit just in case Espino has to come out here. I'd want him to go 7. He's got the stamina, I think, to go 7. It just depends on what happens in this inning. If he can't do anything in this inning, then we'll have to pull him after it, or maybe in this inning. That's going to be De La Cruz. He makes a better play at that one. There's the second place, and there is the first place. First base. Double play. L.A. De La Cruz getting tested over there in third base. He is getting tested. Connor Joe, 2-1 count to him, and he will smoke that to left field. Senzel's going over to get it, and he will get it. That's how the 6th inning ends. We go top 7. De La Cruz at the mound. They still have Marquez in there. His stamina is getting a little bit low, as is Espino's. Unfortunately, we can't get a leadoff hit with De La Cruz. That sucks. Is what it is. But now we've got Noelvi up to the plate. Can I please do something with Noelvi? Why couldn't I have gotten that kind of call with Tucker Barnhart last inning? That would have been very beneficial. But that's going to take a trip to center field. And Montgomery will be underneath it with ease. No problems for Benny Montgomery. 2 quick outs, and we go back to Nick Senzel. Can Nick get on base here? 2 outs in the inning. Fastball goes down low. It's called for a ball. I have to feel like this is the last inning for Marquez. I feel like they wouldn't extend him to the 8th. Especially if Senzel sends that to home run territory. Oh, that's as close as we can get. I thought Senzel had just popped it out. I am going to let Espino go to the 7th. I feel like he's got enough in the tank. He's pitched so well today. That one unfortunate hit that just happened to go all the way to the wall allowed for the only run of the day. Otherwise, Espino has been so consistent, so good. I've been very impressed with him. It's looking like I made a pretty good trade last episode because he has been very good on the mound today. I say that, and now he's got a 3-1 count to one of the dangerous hitters in baseball, Chris Bryant, or maybe he used to be in his heyday, one of the dangerous hitters in all of baseball. Maybe not so much these days, but he will send that one back up to center field. Make me eat my words on that one. And that is a 1-out hit for Chris Bryant. He is a very handsome man, though, so he's got that going for him. And that is an unfortunate ball, so it is a 3-2 count. Votto makes a great play. Good snag, but he throws it off the bag. Votto, what are you doing? You just sold me. Joseph Votto. I know you're 60 overall, but you can't sell me on that. Make a play here, Joey. There it is. Thank God that ball didn't go over. He redeemed himself. Joey Votto redeemed himself. Thank you so much for that, Votto. We'll now warm up Aroldis Chapman. They're going to let Marquez go to the 8th. A very interesting decision. I guess they're going to let him go until it's in a dangerous situation where the shutout is probably in like jeopardy. But look at that energy, man. He has no stamina at all. He's going to make a mistake, and we're going to try and capitalize on it. That might drop. Jonathan India, it is going to drop, but it's an automatic double. I might have been able to get a triple, though, and now they're going to pull him. Carlos Estevez will try to come in and say he's a tall guy. Jeez. Or Estevez, excuse me. Carlos Estevez. But he will try to salvage this inning for Marquez and the Rockies. Come on, Votto. 2 for 3. All I need is something in the outfield, and India's tying this game. That's a guarantee. Votto will be late on the pitch. That's my fault. 99 on the gun. I was not ready for that speed. I should have been, but I was not ready for it. Missed opportunity there. It's 3-2 to Votto. That's going to be a walk. Perfect. We get on base. For Josh Bell. 2 doubles and a single. He's been hot today, even with his injury. He's been hot. 3 for 3. Can he make it 4 for 4? This will be the most impactful hit of the game. And Josh Bell will send that to the outfield. I'm sending India home to tie it. I'm sending India home to tie it, and we will. Josh Bell has been so good today. Josh Bell has been so good today, and he will give us the tie. Beautiful. And now Eloy Jimenez. This is why we have you in this spot, Eloy, because we knew that we have the hitters to be able to get runners on. We just needed somebody to be able to knock them in, and unfortunately, it's not going to be Jimenez on that one. He sends that to deep left field, but with 15 speed on second base, we're not sending anybody. And Tristan Casas has been so close to hitting some big-time hits in this game. He just can't get enough on it. Maybe today's the day, or this at-bat's the day. Come on, Tristan, please. Send me into the outfield deep enough where Votto can get home. He crushed that one. But unfortunately, I just don't want to send Votto to third. He'd get thrown out, and that'd be the end of the inning. It's so unfortunate having him on first or on second like that because with 15 speed, yeah, we could pinch run, but I mean, we already have Josh Bell playing DH. Who do we have to play first base? I don't think we have anybody. 3-1 count to Tucker Barnhart. Would a walk be a good situation here? I guess it could be. We have De La Cruz coming up after Barnhart, so maybe that's not for the worst thing in the world, but unfortunately it won't matter. That is going to be the end of the inning. But we do tie the game, which is huge. Tying the game is big. And now we will let Aroldis Chapman come in, our all-star reliever. He has definitely lived up to the hype of him returning back home to Cincinnati. He became an all-star in the bullpen, one of 2 all-stars that we had. Him and Alexis Diaz were the only 2 all-stars on the team, both in the bullpen. But he has definitely lived up to the contract we gave him. We didn't even give him that much. I kind of underpaid him for what he is. He's a little bit older, which is why I wanted to underpay him. It was really just like a bring him back kind of story, just like a homecoming is what the word I was looking for, a homecoming story. And he's been more than what I expected. He's been amazing every time he's been called on to pitch. And I'm hoping that he can continue it here to finish out this inning. Hunter Goodman will foul that splitter off. And we'll go with the slider here. See if we can get him. De La Cruz makes a great play. Set your feet. Throw it. Sidearm. And it's going to Joey Votto. And we end the 8th inning. They have really tested De La Cruz. I'm going to get Aaron Bummer stretching and tossing. And I'm also going to get Alexis Diaz stretching and tossing. So we'll see what we have to do here. We will see what we have to do. 2-1. Estevez on the mound, De La Cruz at the plate, and De La Cruz. Woo-hoo. That had some heat on it. That could have been over the wall and gone. But this is where we need to make our money. Estevez is a little bit tired now. That could carry a little bit, and that's going to get down. It'll bounce off the wall, and that is a double for Ellie De La Cruz. And he's got 75 speed, a lot better than 15 speed. I told you this is where we make our money. Estevez is getting a little bit more tired. As you can see, the energy is under 50%. He's getting a little bit long in the arm. I'm not going to advance anybody. Once again, Noelvi Marte can't get a hit. I just suck with him for some reason. I might have been safe there because the ball was so inaccurate from center field. But there's one out. Senzel's at the plate. I feel confident with Nick Senzel at the plate that I can advance this runner. There's going to be a ball. Good eye, good eye. Come on, Nick. We've got a good speed guy on second. Not going to strike or not going to swing there. 3-1 count. I don't know if I like a walk here because that gives the opportunity for India to hit in a double play. I like the hit, but he doesn't have enough angle. Connor Joe would send that home. I don't believe it. That's tough. I think De La Cruz might have been able to beat him. That's just too tough to find out. And now we run into a situation with a double play opportunity. India, I need something in the outfield. Anything else is the bad stuff. That was bad. That was a bad swing. I will admit that. Come on, India. Votto's at the plate next. I do believe Votto can get a base hit. Thank you for calling that a ball. Thank you, umpire. You've been on my side most of the day. India in the outfield, and we're going to take the lead. Jonathan India with an RBI single. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. He's pumped. Play that Pirates of the Caribbean music. Jonathan India with an RBI double to give us the lead 2-1 in Coors Field in the top of the 9th. And Joey Votto back up the middle of the field. Send him home. Send him home. It's going to be beautiful. Joey Votto with an RBI single. He's been having such a good day today. Who? 60 overall who? And Josh Bell. I mean, Josh Bell has been 4 for 4. Josh Bell is 4 for 4, so I do not believe that he would go 4 for 5. I believe he'd go 5 for 5. And he is hurt. But Josh Bell gets underneath that one. It's got the distance. Unfortunately, it doesn't have all of it. And I think we can get home there, and we can. India makes it. So we got on 3 runs in this inning. You love to see it. You love to see it. And now Eloy Jimenez has not come up to the plate today with a runner or with no runners on. He has had a runner on a base every single at bat, and he could not do anything with it each time. We'll bring in our all-star closer, Alexis Diaz, to try and shut this one out. 37 saves in 42 opportunities. Great splits for Alexis Diaz. That's why he is an all-star. Oh, their manager just like kind of death stare. He's just death stare into the field there. Let's see if we can strike out Benny Montgomery. We do have to go through the 1-2-3, but one is down. Benny Montgomery goes down. Connor Joe to the plate now. This is why Alexis Diaz is an all-star, because he is throwing hard. He is throwing hard and fast. Can we get the strikeout there? L.A. De La Cruz, he has been busy over at third base, but he will get a beautiful throw to Joey Votto, and that is 2 outs in the bottom 9. C.J. Cron. Oh, that ball was not where I wanted it. Luckily, he just missed it. He could have made us pay, and he could have made us pay on that one. C.J. Cron is getting very close to making us pay. But Alexis Diaz will sit him down, and we come back down 1-0 in the top of the 9th. That's the kind of stuff that I know we have in us. We just have to get everything to work at the same time, more consistent basis, and we can get a bunch of wins. Aroldis Chapman will unfortunately get the win, even though it probably should have been Daniel Espino because he pitched really well the entire game. But Josh Bell, man, 2 doubles, 2 RBIs, 4 for 4. He was unbelievable. Joey Votto was unbelievable too. And then obviously Jonathan India, who got us the run to give us the actual lead 2-1. And then everybody else just capitalized on it. But what a game. Diaz gets his 38th save, and we are looking good. I like that. We don't get swept by the Rockies. We lost the first 2 games of the series. We end up salvaging a big-time victory there to not get swept. And now we have to go and play the Cardinals, which I don't really want to do. But we have to. They're 70-58. Let's see what we can do. Josh Bell's no longer injured. You love to see it. Jay Allen is back, but he's still injured. And we got swept by the Cardinals. That is not a surprise. And now we're about to get swept by the Brewers. Oh, no, we actually won a game. And we beat the Giants, too. So now we go into the month of September. We have September call-ups that we will do at the start of next episode. We're 60-75. What was our record last year? I need not to the budget. I need to go to the GM goals. We were 71-91. So we do have an opportunity. We have to win 11 games to even tie what we did last year. That's so unfortunate because I feel like we're better than what we were last year, and we're still kind of in the same realm. I don't know. We'll have to see how this final episode goes and how the end of the season goes. What game should we play? We'll probably play a home game since we haven't been to GABP in a while. We play the Red Sox at home. We play the Marlins at home. We haven't played the Marlins at all. I think we played the Red Sox in Season 1. I can't remember. But we have not played the Marlins at all. So maybe we'll play one of these games against the Marlins. See who's on the mound. See what the matchup is. That's probably what we'll do. But thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you enjoyed, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Once again, my links are down below in the description for the other 2 channels. If you want to go check out either one of those, feel free. If not, then you just want to watch more baseball content, feel free to do that too. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.